Scentland, the land of scent. Haha, hello and welcome. It's Chris back with probably the very first revisit of a fragrance that I have reviewed already. And I have reviewed this fragrance this year in February in Paris. Behind me the Eiffel Tower, and the reason was obviously the House of Rochas and the location, hence the location, right? But also the whole campaign about this fragrance was about Paris and shot in Paris as well. So I thought, yeah, it's a good idea probably, right? But it's really something else that makes this worthwhile to revisit. And I'll tell you straight away that I know that there's many frag heads, many fragrance enthusiasts out there that are dreaming of the so-called Holy Grail, of the fragrance that is the shit, you know, the fragrance that is the one that you've been always looking for. You know, we always purchase, we sniff, we try, we blind buy, you know, we fall in love, we fall out of love with fragrances, and then we go to the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one, and somehow they're nice, but they're never the one, that one that you're looking for in your entire life, okay? And I have, at least for me, I can say that I have actually many fragrances that I like a lot, and only a few that I really truly adore and love and return to. None of them I can call the Holy Grail up until now, and that has several reasons, and I'm trying to be still objective here and not overly enthusiastic into the topic, but I somehow gotta be, okay, because I have good news. For me, I have found my Holy Grail, the fragrance that I love to call my very own, my signature. But not only that, it's something that makes this fragrance be so complex that it ticks each and every box that I have in my mind that make a perfect fragrance. You know, I adore Lagerfeld Photo. I adore Lagerfeld Classic. It's one of my signatures, actually. I adore Versace Versus Uomo, Incense Givenchy. What about Adam by Joop? You know, these are the fragrances that I truly love and I return to and very highly rate as fantastic quality designer fragrances. Most of them are looking back into the past, you know, several years or several decades even. And I was always pessimistic about new releases. Now, the House of Rochas, ladies and gentlemen, has answered all of my dreams, all of my prayers, if you want, because in collaboration with the genius, I have to say now he is a genius, Bruno Jovanovic, they have released the fragrance I have been reviewing in Paris. This was the bottle, right? Homme Rochas. Homme Rochas. And everything about this fragrance is perfect. This is my Holy Grail, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is it. It ticks every box, and I'll tell you why and how. In Paris, I've mentioned the comparison to a perfect dinner. I love perfect dinners, and in a perfect dinner, all the stages of the dinner are perfect. In this fragrance, all the stages of the development are perfect. The fresh start, the fougere aspect that creeps in, the great mid part, which is very nicely aromatic, and the fantastic dry down, which is just slightly sweet, but almost edible in a way that is so appealing and so intelligently made that it keeps you sniffing and sniffing, coming back to it, and you know, it just keeps you loving it. And so that is something that's very, very good. But in regards to the development, I have to say as well that this fragrance is also perfect. It's the Holy Grail also, because every time it's a bit different. Okay, so I mentioned the development stages, but they're not every time the same. It never gets boring. It never gets boring. It's just tremendous, I really have to say. Sometimes it's a bit sweeter, sometimes it's more mossy fougere, sometimes it's more sandalwoody, almost like a croquant feeling. You know, croquant, this it's not chocolate, right? It's a croquant. It has this semi-sweet dry down, which it reminds me of a crème brûlée as the dessert of a fantastic dinner, right? I don't know if anybody else gets that, but I get that, especially in the dry down. Although I don't really like sweet, and it's not really that type of sweet. It's croquant sweet. It has this light brownish kind of sweetness to it. I can't really describe it in a better way, but then again, it's so refreshing sometimes. You know, the blood orange at the beginning with the pineapple, or ananas as we call it in Europe, right? But also the aromatic, maybe the basil in here. It's just utterly stunning. It is utterly stunning. The whole presentation, by the way, but I'll come to that in a minute because I have a special surprise for you. An unboxing of a 100 milliliter bottle that just arrived. This is 60 ml. And one other thing, I'm an old guy, okay? I started to do fragrances, started to be involved in the game, as they say, started to purchase fragrances and use fragrances when I was around 18. In 1990, Alain Delon's fragrance was my first, so I grew up on high quality designer releases, and the quality actually went down the drain in the past few, well, I'd say almost like a decade. And all these flankers came out, all these eau de parfums, intense, and this and that, the other, absolu, and all that, and it got weaker and weaker. And although I wondered why, you know, an original eau de toilette from the 80s, 90s could deliver you a great performance and a great longevity, but all that sort of vanished, and I think it was just an idea to sell more with the intense version, with the eau de parfum with the version and all that, all the flankers. No, an eau de toilette, if it's good, if it's quality, it lasts, okay? Full stop. I wonder why there were never great eau de parfums done in the 80s and 90s as a flanker of the originals from that time, right? Because there was no need, because the original was perfect. It's like this. This is an eau de toilette outperforming every eau de parfum that I have tried recently from recent days. It is performing like a good, old, solid, reliable, high quality designer fragrance from the 80s or 90s. Absolutely. How does it smell like? I reviewed it, as I say already, but it's aromatic. It's so nicely modern fougere. This fragrance, I've mentioned the several dry down stages, okay, and how it smells to me, but overall, this fragrance is to me utterly representing a fantastic, modern, aromatic, fresh fougere. Okay, this is what this fragrance is for me, and for that I applaud Bruno Jovanovic to no end. Okay, an absolute genius job done here. Okay, absolutely genius, and it's my holy grail. I can clearly make that statement. I love Lagerfeld Photo, I love Versus Uomo, I love What About Adam, I love Incense, I love Karl Lagerfeld's classic. But to me, in these times that we're living in today, there is no other fragrance more desirable, more pleasure to wear, and higher quality in terms of designer fragrances like Homme Rochas. Okay, absolutely brilliant. I have to say, it's okay, it's my taste. Tastes differ. You may say, no, I don't like it. it's your judgment, it's your taste, you know, it's your call, it's your decision, okay? But again, for me, Chris from Sandland, this is my Holy Grail. I'm so happy that I found it, and I stopped purchasing fragrances. I just stopped. Just got another 100 ml instead of this one. Ha! Talking about. Don't we all love to receive a new fragrance? I mean, a new delivery with a fragrance inside of it, where the outside layer is still cracking. I'm gonna share that with you now. Homme Rochas Eau de Toilette, 2020 release, right? Wow. Listen, this is music to our ears, isn't it? Sounds, before the wind is going to blow it away. Great box. I love the color overall, this blue, and this is how it looks like. Oh, very nice. You kind of lift that part, okay, and then the bottle is sitting in there, beautiful shiny bottle, stopper. Hey, ha! That's the thing of live, okay? It's all live. It's all live. But I got you. I got you. You could ask, so is the stopper not good enough? It seems to hold still a full 100 ml bottle, so it was maybe, I was kind of, you know, my hands are useless anyway, so it does hold, the stopper does hold a full 100 ml bottle, even if I shake it, okay? Shake, 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 it doesn't come off. Okay. Yeah, so the stopper is great, the cap, right? And look at this, wow, it's beautiful, this blue. Just love this stuff. And this rigged glass, fantastic. So, big brother, small brother of my Holy Grail fragrance, Homme Rochas. Bruno Jovanovic, if you ever watch this, I love you, man. I love you, man. And I love the House of Rochas. The House of Rochas has always been out with great qualities. I love from 1993, you know, the fresh citrus fragrance, Eau de Rochas. I'm talking about. I was never fond of Rochas Man, you know, the coffee type of stuff. What else was there? There was plenty of good fragrances. Aquaman, I think, I kind of like that, not that much, but it was always great quality. Many of their earlier releases still out there, like Eau de Rochas or Rochas Man, and this one, and the new ones actually, Moustache and Moustache EDP and Moustache EDT and whatever, those are very much hyped. Nobody's looking at this, although this is, as I say, the most fantastic modern fougere fragrance ever. It's so versatile, it's perfect for every time of the day. It's a great signature scent. This is for what I'm going to be using it, obviously, since it's my Holy Grail. Obviously you change fragrances from time to time to smell a bit, you know, something else, but this is the stuff for me. Absolutely love it, and I'm happy to introduce it to you in this day and age when real good quality and innovative great new releases were not the case. It was flanker after flanker and sweet and tonka, and there's tonka in here, but not that type, I can guarantee you. So again, total and utter love for Homme Rochas, Bruno Jovanovic, and the House of Rochas for bringing out this absolutely stunning masterpiece, my Holy Grail in terms of fragrances. And try and let me know how you like it. Thanks very much, and I'm so happy to have this fragrance, man. Especially in these times, you know, all this shit is going around. You smell this, you're in heaven. You're in heaven. You're in heaven with this fragrance. I love it. Take care. Yes! Holy Grail, baby. Holy Grail. Haha.